focus on me. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. If you're new, hey, I'm Lady. I hope you stick around by subscribing so you and I can be friends for life. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back, friend. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, give it a like, leave a comment, and all those nice sweet things. In today's episode of Becoming an Authentic Girl, we're discussing all things release. We're chatting up, letting go of things that don't serve you, things that are causing you to feel hindered in your journey of becoming more authentic, things that don't serve you, and feeling more happy, more fulfilled, and more at peace. One of the most profound things I've ever heard is that when you are undergoing a change, when you are approaching becoming a version of yourself that is more improved, you need to truly consider that everything that you once believed to be true up till that moment is possibly untrue. This idea is actually very daunting because what do you mean everything I knew to be true is untrue? What do you mean? When I first actually understood what this notion was implying, I think I may have felt freedom in my mind for the first time. Freedom to actually assess things as I choose to and not how they have been imposed on me. The freedom to look at dogmas and superstitions that were taught to me from a very young age, things that regulate society as we know it. The freedom to actually look at things and say, that does not seem to be true to me, that does not seem to be the way I want to approach life, and actually say that I'm not going to hold that standard in my own life, has given me the freedom from feeling pressured to be a certain way, a way that does not align with my authentic self, a way that does not heal the parts of me that I feel like will allow me to touch into the part of me that feels at peace, feels joy, feels happiness. I would not have come to the realization or the truth that I deserve to have a happy life at all times had I not considered that whoever told me that it was actually bullshitting me. I would not have come to the point of realizing that it is actually okay for me to be content in my life, to feel joy every single day of my life, had it not been for me considering that the people whom I've once believed to be the gospel speakers over my life actually had no idea what they were talking about. Simply because they've not lived my life. They have not lived the life that I wish to live. They're not me. They may lead successful lives themselves, lives that they seem happy to be living. But it will not apply to me in the same way because we're not living the same life. They're not me, I'm not them. I have given myself permission to dissect truths, to dissect life as I know it, because to me now, only I know what's going to make me happy. Only I know what fulfillment feels like inside of me. Only I know what stands as truth. And until God sits at the foot of my bed and tells me that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm actually going to consider that it's probably not supposed to be like that. I'm always going to consider that things that were once true don't have to stay true forever. I choose to live my life on intention and on honoring the parts of me that feel most in line and in tune with my soul. This approach to life has given me the freedom to dissolve shame around things that make me feel good, shame around things that give me pleasure, and leading a life of consistent well-being, of consistent relaxation, of consistent calm. I think that if I had not been really adamant about viewing things in a different perspective, I still would consider feeling peaceful in my life as something I should not be doing. I would still think that every day of my life has to have some sort of struggle for me to be alive. Like, it would not be okay for me to go to bed feeling at peace and being just okay with my life as I choose to live it, and not according to other people's standards, not according to societal standards, not according to my parents and how they view success and how the people whom I love and adore view success. That's them. I'm happy that it works for them. But for me, I am removing the layers of things that I once held to be true. And I am actually considering that it's okay for me to live a life that probably looks very bizarre to other people. I mean, it probably sounds absurd that I'm sitting here saying that you need to consider that everything that you once held to be truthful in your life as utter BS. I realize that. But I say this because I don't see how anybody can get to a point of pure authenticity for themselves if they don't determine for themselves what life should look like. But you can't get to a point where you know what feels good for you, what feels most in tune with your soul, with your spirit, if you're not willing to demolish systems that were put in place by other people to impose how you should live your life. You are free to experience a joyful life. You are free to experience a loving life and to have pleasure without feeling like there's a trade-off between what you should be doing and what comes next. There is no shame in experiencing a full life. There is no shame in wanting to experience a full life. And feeling ashamed because of those things is not because you want to, but it's because somebody else has said to you that it's bad for you to have love and experience love every day of your life. It's bad for you to have good days every single day. It's bad for you to have a fulfilling confidence in yourself and esteem in yourself that is unshakable. Somebody has planted the idea of doubt in you, and suddenly that person has gotten so much more hold over the things that feel good inside of you that you believe that that's the truth when that is not even the case. Also, I believe when you start to understand this notion, you get to understand that we're not removing the systems that hold us in shape, that keep us out of chaos. If anything, we get to rediscover our values as they align with our futures, as they align with our authentic selves. We get to release the need for perfection. And in that release for perfection, we are free to experience fault, to fail as frequently and as quickly as we possibly can. And in faulting and failing, we get to become, we get to create ourselves. We get to gain that confidence that it's actually so okay to not know what we're doing. Nobody does. But we're not better off by walking in someone else's footsteps towards what success looks for them. It will be inauthentic. It would be unreal. It would not be honoring yourself. The true honor is in figuring it out yourself, figuring it out scared, unsure, failing at it. That's what becoming is. There's a quote in Simple Abundance that says, one is not born a woman, one becomes a woman. The becoming is the thing that feels uncomfortable. It's the thing that feels uncertain. It is the thing that is scary because it takes time. It takes time to know what feels authentic to you. It takes time to determine that when you want to feel abundance, when you have a desire to experience abundance, but there's something inside of you that constantly says that feeling abundance is a bad thing, and actually going at that thing and saying that that's actually not true. It's so okay for me to feel abundant. It's so okay for me to feel safe and secure in my life every single day. This series in its core is meant to redefine what authenticity looks like for anybody who wants to be authentic in themselves. The realization that a lot of people have an opinion on what success or peace looks like, but nobody truly knows what your peace as an individual looks like. Only you know what that looks like. Only you get to define what that is for you. And I hope that you are courageous enough to go in and sit with the things that cause you great discomfort, things that make you feel like you don't deserve a life of authenticity in your skin, a life of pure bliss, success, and fulfillment. You need to be courageous enough to sit in the discomfort of the things that are going to probably give you happiness. There's no saying that taking it upon yourself to define what success is, what authenticity is for you is going to be easy. It's probably going to be very uncomfortable, but you're going to be far more uncomfortable when you sit in a spot or you follow in someone else's footsteps without knowing it for yourself, without feeling it for yourself, without discovering it for yourself. Courage is the action behind fear. It's the action behind uncertainty. It's moving towards something even when you feel the fear and uncertainty. And not only do I hope that you have the courage to do so, but I hope it for myself. I hope I always have the courage to chase my fulfillment, to pursue my happiness and my peace, whatever the cost. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts in the comments and let's have a little chat about it. I will see you on the next one very, very soon. Can't focus on